Hello, my name is Brendan Smith with Smith Travels, and today I'm going to be talking about the Marble Mountains. The Marble Mountains are located in Da Nang. Da Nang is the third largest city in Vietnam, and it's located along the central coast of Vietnam, about halfway between Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi. Da Nang is a very easy city to visit. You can fly into Da Nang from many international locations as well. It is an easy flight from either Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City. Once you get to Da Nang, the Marble Mountains are easy to find. You can see them from just about any location in the city. They stick up like large mounds of marble out of the city, and you can see them from just about everywhere in the city. As well, you can also take the road that runs alongside the beach, and it will eventually lead to the Marble Mountains if you follow it south through the city. Once at the Marble Mountains, I recommend that you climb the main mountain. The main mountain has steps built in to the mountainside. There are actually two peaks. There are steps leading up to both peaks, and I recommend that you set aside at least several hours for this climb. The mountains or hills do not look that tall, but they are actually quite a strenuous climb to get to the top. So I recommend that you set aside at least several hours to make the climb. As you climb the mountains, you will be rewarded with some spectacular views of the coast, amazing views of Da Nang, and as well, the Marble Mountains are riddled with caves, and I did not expect this at all, but those caves are actually quite large, and some of those caves contain Buddhist sanctuaries and statues, and they appear to be quite ancient. And in one of the caves, you can actually climb through the cave to get to the peak of the south summit, which is quite amazing. As well, there are Buddhist sanctuaries outside of the caves, many Buddhist artifacts and artwork. If you like dragon sculptures, there are plenty of those. As well, there is some amazing plant life on the Marble Mountains. You would not think that plants would be able to grow on a lump of marble, but as a matter of fact, there appear to be quite a few plants growing and hanging from the cliffs and in the caves as well. So there's much to see as you're climbing to the top of the Marble Mountains. I would highly recommend that you travel several hours before sunset so that when you get to the top, you can actually see the sunset, and it's quite a spectacular thing to see the mountains in the west, to see the city of Da Nang and the coast, the beach, and the sunset at the same time. I recommend that you visit the South Peak first, and there is not much room on the South Peak to stand, but you can climb up and take some spectacular photos of the beach, great photos of all of the plant life growing on the mountain, and cactus and palm trees and a variety of other plants growing on the mountainside. It really is quite nice. And then I recommend that you head back down the South Peak and hike up to the top of the North Peak. And on the North Peak, there's a much larger viewing area that can easily support 15 or 20 people at once. And you can see some amazing views of the city from here. This is where I recommend that you watch the sunset, because it really is the best vantage point, I think, in the city to watch the sunset in Da Nang. And enjoy this Marble Mountain. This is one part of a series, The Best of Da Nang. There are so many places to see in Da Nang. Da Nang is one of my favorite cities in the world, so I will bring you more about Da Nang in upcoming episodes. But for now, this is the Marble Mountains. I highly recommend that you take an afternoon or take an evening and visit the Marble Mountains. It's well worth the effort.